Oh yeah, this is gonna be fire. I need these on. Right
Make sure you guys subscribe to the website. Give us your email. Go to the homepage, undergroundhiphopblog.com. It's not hard. Join the newsletter. We do weekly giveaways on merchandise, hats, t-shirts, sweaters, hoodies, stickers. We give away tickets. We got Rhyme Fest coming up August 17th. Check out our latest mic sessions, interviews, new reviews. Legends Will Never Die. Shout out to one of our main contributors from Detroit.
Facts.
Man, this is an interview we've been trying to plan for months, if not years.
Hold up, we live?
Because,
We're live?
I always mention Zapata the Ghost, bro. Like,
Thank you, man.
in almost all the conversations we have, bro.
That's what's up.
Even with past artists that come into this office, bro, they all have ties with you, bro.
That's what's up.
They're all intertwined with you in one way, shape, or form.
That's dope, man. That's an accolade within itself.
Right, Prodak.
Zapata the Ghost is talked about a lot in here on some underground hip hop shit in the dopest way possible, bro.
Dope.
You know what I mean? That being said,
And I'm honored to even know of you from the
what I'm
campaign
saying.
days.
Yeah.
You know, that's how far back
we're
I'm
gonna
familiar.
start. We're gonna start. We're gonna go there right
I'm
now,
familiar
mother?
with your brand. You know what I'm saying? Like just the brand Zapata the Ghost, bro. Like that name was embedded in my memory back in those days in 2012, 2013.
That was the first time I saw in the cipher.
Yeah.
With the
Cypher.
campaign.
Cypher Effect, I think.
I think so, yeah. Zapata the Ghost, fool. You had the bars, bro. You came. There was a shout out to all them
one
fools.
video that always stuck
But,
out to me was
bro.
the one where you were at Dodger Stadium. This was
LA State of Mind, yeah.
Bro.
Thank you. Appreciate that, man. That was shot by LA Icon, actually.
That's fire. How did that start?
That was my introduction to Zapata the Ghost.
Like I want to know how it started
How what
because
started?
the campaign.
Oh, the campaign?
Fool.
The campaign is just a vision that I had that, I had a rapper, Dopamine, he was with me. And then I just so happened to link up with Skull Camp, what was known as Skull Camp back then, D the Great and the homie Cloudy. And I went over there for a session or two. And then I just wanted to form a Voltron, you know what I'm saying? But like a Voltron, and I don't even want to get into it like this, but it is what it is. It was like a gang affiliated Voltron, you know what I'm saying? And it was, because back then I was more on some street stuff. So I kind of wanted to form, because I felt like Chicano rap, with all due respect, wasn't telling the story of the kind of the gang culture. They weren't doing it correctly, so I wanted to do it correctly, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to do it in a, I wouldn't say psycho realm sort of a way.
Like a hip hop version,
but a hip hop version of the story. You know what I'm saying?
Brown Side or something like that. You know?
Like a hip hop version of the Cholo culture. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I got D the Great, I got LA Icon, Dodger Blue, eventually Slum the Resident. We had Anita Blunt, and it's just a vision I had. And I mean, I'm not fully responsible for it, but I will take responsibility for the vision of putting everybody together. You know what I'm saying? Forming it and.
You was making phone calls. I was
making phone calls.
You was the guy putting everybody in the studio together.
Right, yeah. And I was quarterbacking the sound for sure. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of guiding the homies to, let's rap on these type of beats. Let's do this type of sound.
How'd you get to that, though? Were you already doing shit on your own? Were you already making beats?
Yeah. I was, actually at that time, I had quit making beats, but I was already like engineering and stuff and kind of, I was doing a lot of recording myself. So, I brought the homies in and I kind of like coach them because they had a...
They had rough edges?
Yeah, they had rough edges. I was just polishing them up. And
Facts.
that's not something they'll deny, you know what I'm saying? I was just polishing them up and it worked and they enjoyed it. And some MCs, they don't like to be polished, but as far as the homies from the campaign, they were good with my... I guess you could say my coaching, criticism, stuff like that. But they were already dope. You know what I'm saying? I was just giving them my little...
For sure, hell yeah.
You know what I mean? My little sauce and stuff like that. But like I said, I'm not fully responsible for the whole thing, but I will take credit for it being sort of my vision as far as a collective of MCs.
Hey, that's a real collective MCs, bro. Dog, we had Slum the Resident right here. He was telling us how you guys were trying to like chop it up to make it work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a real story right there.
Yeah. Well... Slum is from the opposite side of town, you know what I'm saying? So it was a little bit of a...
He had a story.
Yeah. I mean, we were all from the same circle at one point, but then came a time where we had to choose our corners. And he had to choose his corner, I had to choose mine, and then we couldn't really be friends anymore. You know
Again, the division,
division,
that doesn't allow the culture of this cholo rap shit to like flourish.
Yeah, so it was the hard lines were drawn, and the older homies were like, "Yo, you gotta choose your side, and you can't hang out here or can't be hanging out with these folks." And so, that was. But yeah, me and Slum go way back since we were like 14, 15 years old. You know what I'm saying? Back
Middle
in the day.
school. He said y'all went to middle school.
Middle school and high school and stuff like that. And so that's how that came about. Then I linked up with Icon somehow, and he took some pictures of me, and then he took me over there to Drew Street with the homies, and that's how that came about. And we're just, we left the gang politics outside the door, and we made it work. Got on some hip hop stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Fire. LA Icon doing his own shit. Shout out to LA Icon.
Yeah, LA Icon's doing his thing. He's succeeding, man.
What's up with the other guys? Are you like Dopamine and them?
They really fell back, man. They really fell back. Really just family men. I'm the only one that's still
D the Great.
D the Great. Yeah, he's doing his family thing. They all just more so family men. You know what I'm saying? Which I am as well, but I still make time to do this music.
Imagine y'all fools brought the campaign back.
But that's dope. No, Zapata the Ghost, bro. Like, who came up with the beats? Who was the one that was like, yo, we're gonna be rhyming on these beats?
I would say I was responsible for most of the sound and the beat selection and the sound of it. You know what I'm saying? And the direction of it. I was kind of being the coach, being
it's
the.
safe
not
to say
the
the campaign was your baby. Like
it was my baby. Yeah, I would like to say that, but not just my baby, but a fat chunk of it was mine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it was all of our babies. Like if it wasn't for Icon, the visuals wouldn't came to life. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for my boy Cloudy, a lot of the financial part of it wouldn't have came to life. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for the other MCs that brought their flavor, that you know what I mean? So,
but I think the experience you guys experienced,
yeah,
you can't take that away.
Nah,
because it ended up evolving to like fools doing their own shit.
Right. Yeah.
You're doing your own shit.
Yep.
Slum's doing his own shit.
Yeah.
Icon's doing his own shit. It's like everyone's still active in their way.
Yeah, some of us are active. Even Dodger Blue, he's making a little
Dodger
return.
Blue.
Shout out to Dodger Blue.
Yeah, he's making a return.
Oil
doing his thing.
Heights.
Yeah. So, man, we all still. Some of us are still doing our thing, and I'm right here, and I'm still at this bull crap.
But yeah, I know. But fast forward to 2023,
right.
2024.
Yeah.
We got Brownsville.
Yeah, we got Brownsville.
That I just think it would just, bro, and then you're the head of the spear of that too, right?
Yeah, I would like to say that. Yeah, I put the homies together, and I kind of create the sound again with the beats and the direction of it. You know what I'm saying? And the homies trust me with my sound, and I've done it before. I could do it again. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I don't take full responsibility with everything because obviously they bring their flavor to the table, but. Definitely, quarterback in the situation. You know what I'm saying? So
something that I seen different with Brownsville is that you were really kind of involved in the beginning.
Right.
Like you were everywhere, and now you kind of set back a little bit.
Right.
And now, like I think I seen the Brownsville project, and I didn't even see you on it.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? Like, where the fuck's
No, yeah, I'm on all the projects. It's more so that they're out there doing the shows. And I'm more behind the scenes because I'm not really a show type of dude, to be honest with you. Okay. They go out there and they destroy the shows. I mean, mainly Academics, Quest, Nuisance, and MOC. They just go out there and they're assassins on stage, homie. And
every last one of them is fire.
They kill. Matter of fact, I'm more hinder the situation because I'm not really like a performer like that. I'm more behind the scenes, and that's where I'm headed more so than anything than being a rapper. You know what I'm saying? I'm more a content.
Well, I'm just, we're all from LA, and we all know each other. You know what I'm saying? In one way, shape, or form. We could be strangers, but we know what time it is.
Right.
When it comes to like what area you're from, and hood politics, this and this and that, and then like it's. I just think it's cool to know that I would assume that in those days you were into boom bap hip hop.
Right.
You were into like dope metaphors, dope beats.
Yeah.
Like usually cats who run that lane are into like hardcore gangster Chicano rap.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I even hate the word that fucking, use that term, bro.
Right,
It's just,
right.
but there's no other way for me to describe it.
Yeah.
You
I
feel me?
never listened to Chicano rap, to be honest with you. And to be honest with you, when I first got into hip hop, I didn't really like gangster rap. I was really into the underground. You know what I'm saying? I was into like West Coast Underground, Freestyle Fellowship, J. Rue the Damager, Far Side, Hieroglyphics. I wasn't really into the West Coast gangster stuff. I didn't like listening to what everybody else was listening to. And at the time, they were listening to Snoop and Dog Pound. And I always wanted to pull up bumping something that nobody was bumping. So I'd pull up bumping Del the Funky Homo Sapien and like ill stuff, you know what I'm saying? And then, because I always like to not be like everybody else, you know what I'm saying? So I'd be pulling up just underground hip hop.
While the fool's bumping hella loud the Eazy-E shit, you're bumping Del the fucking Homo Sapien.
Yeah. Well, actually, Eazy-E was when I was a little younger, so I was bumping a little Eazy-E, but after that, I was bumping Del, Hyro, and West Coast Underground, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't really into the West Coast gangster rap till maybe like Tupac, and then I got into the West Coast gangster rap.
You know, before I was into like the underground shit, I was into big like DJ Quick, fucking Sugar Free shit. Like I was into that shit.
Yeah. I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool, but
Everyone has their lane, right?
Yeah. I was more wired to like the because my big, inspiration was Freestyle Fellowship. So they raised the bar so high that anybody after that, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Mike and Nine, I'm like, oh shit. Like that right there raised the bar for me.
Okay, but most importantly, I'm just so super curious. How were you introduced to underground? Like for me, I was in a room, in a garage. One of our best friends, Rudy,
right.
He was just like, "Yo, have you ever heard of Dr. Doom?" Yeah. And we're like, "Nah, who's that?" He's like, "It was Kool Keith, right?" And then he played Gangstar, and that flipped our wig.
Okay.
Do you feel me?
I would say it like this. I lived next to the original KDAY 1580 back in the 80s, and like 87, they were like my neighbors, so I used to hang out at the radio station, and I'd always go over there. There'd be rappers, Biz Markie, De La Soul. So I met a lot of rappers, and one day they gave me my first CD, which was Third Base, and they gave it to me and my little Cholito homies, and we all went home. We listened to it. We came back. They didn't like it. I loved it. So that was my...
that was with MC Search?
MC Search, yeah.
He was fucking dope,
yeah,
bro.
so that was like
you know what?
bap.
It's funny. Same story, dog. He was like one of our biggest influences to get into underground.
Yeah. So that CD, I liked it. The homies were like, they didn't like it because they liked Eazy-E and all that. And I really liked it, and that's where my underground boom bap hip hop taste came about from, getting a CD from that radio station. And
but then that taste spawned into like...
Pete Rock,
right,
and CL Smooth, and Def Jeff, X Clan. Back then it was who was Daz Effects. You know what I'm saying? All the old school cats. And then from there it went into Freestyle Fellowship, Hieroglyphics, Saphir, and then Wu-Tang and Nas and all them. You know what I'm saying?
And then eventually it spawned into like, yo, I need to get this MPC.
Yeah, exactly.
Like okay, I'm listening to all this shit.
Yeah.
And like, oh well, fuck it, I want to make this shit.
Yeah. Well, what happened was I was an underground hip hop head, homie, and then I got caught up in the whirlwind of the streets. I ended up going and hanging out on the streets. I got hanging out with the neighborhood and stuff like that. And as I got a little older, I got a job. I kind of made space between me and the hood, and I went back to the hip hop head that I was, you know what I'm saying? So I got caught up in the whirlwind, and then I came back to being who I initially was supposed to be before, the neighborhood started recruiting, you know what I'm saying? So, but before I got into the neighborhood, I was a hip hop head, and that's who I was supposed to be the whole time. But I got caught up in,
street activity.
In the street, they press you, bro. Like, yo, it's time.
Is this or this?
It's time. And I'm like, all right, I guess, you know what I'm saying? And then after, I got my job, I moved to the IE, I created a little bit of space because I was 60 miles away.
Yo, that's fucking love. I moved to IE. It's a slogan.
Yeah.
Like
to the IE, baby.
Yeah.
It
and
just
it saved my life, homie.
Yeah, fools moved to the IE. Like my brother moved to the fucking IE, dog.
Because when I moved to the IE, my gang activity, I became a weekend warrior. So yeah, I became a week because I couldn't be there all the time.
That's speaking to some real shit, right?
It's the truth. It's the truth. Because I didn't have a car.
Shout out to everybody at the IE, man. It's a place of where you go to get away from all this bullshit. You know what I mean?
So I would only go to the hood on the weekends, and then the homies, they were there during the week, so they were getting busted, catching cases. I would go to the weekend and then go back to catch the metro, go back to Rialto. You know what I'm saying? Then like every other week, go back to the hood, and that little space started getting bigger and bigger. You know, then I got a job, then I had a child, then that space just, you know, it just got bigger and bigger, and then, you know, I just kind of evolved and went back to who I initially was supposed to be, which was a hip hop head. You know what I'm saying?
You dropped this dope ass project called the '90s Kid.
No, that wasn't me. The '90s Kid.
No, the
Forever '91 maybe.
No, you did some shit, fool, where you come out with the Chuck Taylors. You did a whole visual to it. You're in there in the bike.
Oh yeah, it's Forever '91.
Forever '91. See, I was close. I was close.
It's about the tag banging era. You know what I'm saying? Like the back in the graffiti tag banging. It was kind of like I kind of got it like the concept from '93 till infinity, but instead of '93 till infinity, I called it Forever '91 instead of like Forever. Yeah, like double meanings, like Forever 21, but Forever '91. You know what I'm saying? And it's a video and a song about the tag banging days, the RTD, the graphing, you know, the between graphing and gang banging and that era. You know what I'm saying?
That was some dope ass hip hop.
Yeah. That one right there touches a lot of people. A lot of people. Every time I share it, it goes baby viral. You know what I'm saying?
It was well put together.
Right.
The visuals, the music behind it.
Yeah, no, it's a real painting, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? I paint the picture very well, not to be on my own thing, but
who filmed that for you?
LA Icon.
Oh, fire. Shout out to LA Icon.
LA Icon filmed that. He did a great job, man. He brought that to life. And people love that joint. Raza loves nostalgia, homie. I think we love nostalgia more than almost anybody when it comes to hip hop. If you look at like black folks, they create hip hop and they create a new style. They don't really look back. We love sticking to our old, you know what I mean? We love looking back, you know what I'm saying? Black folks, they create, they move on to the new style and the new style and the new style. They don't really like to look back because they innovate. They always create new styles. We like to look back. We still bumping Zapp and Roger. We still bumping Tupac, you know what I'm saying? A lot of black folks don't really bump, with all due respect, but they bumping the newest hip hop out. We love going back and listening to the old stuff, you know what I'm saying? More than almost anybody, I think. You know what I mean? We're very nostalgic, and that's why I think that Raza rappers have a longer shelf life because we just love nostalgia. We like the old stuff, the oldies, you know what I'm saying? The all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? So
I gotta ask a question, bro.
what's cracking?
Is fashion a part of hip hop?
Yeah, this is one of the elements. I even think
Mondo, talk to me, Mondo.
I even think skating is a sixth element of hip hop. You know what I'm
Skating.
saying? Yeah. I think that's even. I mean, not fully, but yeah, that was a big staple back in the early '90s of hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Skateboarding.
Yeah, skateboarding. A lot of skaters, they used to wear the flyest hip hop gear. You know, they used to have the dope fashion, and you know what I mean. And you watch their videos, their skate videos. They had nothing but underground Dell. They had punk rock. They had ska, but they had like underground hip hop. So I like to consider it sort of an element of hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Fashion, for sure, by far. It's the unspoken element and one of the most important.
Well, dude, like, I don't know. I see Brownsville, and you guys are geared up.
Yeah.
You guys are representing hip hop to the core.
Yeah. You got to wear the costume.
And it fills that void of real dope.
It's not a costume,
Chicano, Latino, underground shit. You know, it's too intellectual for the fucking food community pages and shit.
Right.
And it's too intellectual for the bullshit ass sheep that listen to the mainstream hip hop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like your guys' shit is for the streets. It's for that real shit.
Right.
Culture.
Yeah. I don't mean the costume. I mean more the uniform. The hip hop uniform.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. It's very important. That's one of the reasons why I chose the MCs that I chose. Because to me, like getting fresh is very important. Like for the visuals, you gotta look. You can't just look like no average fool. You gotta stick out. You gotta look dope. If not, the visual is not gonna look cool. You're not gonna be admirable if you don't look admirable. You know what I'm saying? If you dress just like the person watching, like, man, I'm dressed like that right now. Why should I look up to this person? You know what I'm saying? You gotta dress in a way where like, damn, I wish I could dress like that. That guy's cool. You know what I'm saying? You gotta dress admirable. If not, you're looking like just the regular dude on the corner.
And I feel like it's been there since the beginning of this. Like the fools used to wear the big puffy jackets in New York, the big rope chain.
Adidas with no laces. Like if you took fashion away from hip hop, what would it be? It would be, I don't know what it'd do. Like it's a major component in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like you took fashion away, like,
and they don't talk about it too much. Like they talk about having the elements, right?
Right.
And I feel like it's an element that hasn't been. Like,
it's just not unspoken. It's not a spoke because it's kind of like an obvious element that you don't even got to really speak it. Like it's just part of it. You know what I'm saying? It's just part of the game. You know what I'm saying? Pumas, Adidas. You know what I'm saying? Puffy jackets,
Even
Timberlands.
Timberlands, yeah. Chuck Taylor's,
You know,
came
brands,
in the game.
Nautica, Hilfiger. You know, it's just
Polo.
It's a major staple, homie. Without the fashion, it wouldn't even be hip hop. What would it be? It would be. That's just a major part. You know what I'm saying? Element.
Fire. I seen you at a
100%.
show one time. You got this dope ass like retro jersey, fool. I don't know where you got that shit. Was old
Yeah,
school.
I collect a bunch of '90s hip hop gear from the '90s, like original, like vintage, Nautica, Polo, you know, Tommy, all sorts of RT. I got a Krylon jacket. I got an RTD hat. I got all kinds of stuff. I collect all kinds of stuff. Vinyls, cassettes.
Vinyls. I see you doing vinyl shopping too.
Yeah, cassettes, vinyl, clothes, drum machines, you know what I'm saying? All kinds of stuff, bro. But I kind of stopped buying because I was getting a little out of hand, you know what I'm saying? Very nostalgic, you know what I mean?
Yeah. What about you? You say you're getting into doing videos now?
Yeah, I've been doing videos. I've been doing interviews. I've been doing...
Yo, don't mean to cut you off, no, but I remember, getting jealous as fuck, dog, when you used to promote these collector items. You used to have this gear.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, you had some fire, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm sure your collection is still there, bro.
You know what? I gave a lot of it to my son.
That's
That's
what's up,
even
bro.
more fire.
Yeah, I gave it to my
You
son.
were into like that real dope, not too vintage,
Yeah.
but shit that was hard to just grab a hold of. It's part of history.
Right.
You need
yeah.
that.
You know
in
what
the
I'm saying?
Yeah, like
collection
90s,
for sure.
90s stuff.
There's
like,
a trade for that, right?
Yeah. There's whole flea markets for that, and there's a whole a whole movement behind that. A bunch of like 90s hip hop gear and stuff like that. You know, old polo, Matter of fact, there's a lot of old vintage shirts that go for like thousands of dollars and stuff like that.
What?
Yeah. There's Kanye, I think, bought one of the most expensive vintage T-shirts for like 17 racks or something like that.
That's crazy. Some like it's used.
Yeah,
stuff?
used, like
That's
beat up. Like the more
crazy,
holes,
mano. You know?
like concert shirts and stuff like that. The more holes, the more worn.
Yo, there's a market for that.
Yeah, there's a market for that. For very rare stuff. You try to go buy a Selena shirt from the 90s, that motherfucker like $350, $400. Tupac shirt.
That's fire.
Yeah, it's
Like
pricey.
concert shirts.
Concert
from
shirts.
back in the day.
I got a concert shirt that's not super rare, but it's pretty cool. It's the Kobe funeral concert style T-shirt, which is pretty dope. It's Kobe with his daughter Gigi. So that's a pretty dope one. I got
Iconic
Yeah.
moments.
That's an iconic moment right there. Even though it's not that old, because Kobe only died like 5-6 years ago.
It's still a moment in time.
Yeah, it's a nice piece, homie. It's a nice piece.
Not to throw it out real quick, but we're on it. Like I seen a shout out to the homie Duno, and they were talking about how he 9/11, and he didn't know what 9/11 was. Like it was past his time. He wasn't
That's
born,
wild, huh?
and that made that's how I said. That's how I felt. I was like, oh damn.
You know, my son was born that year, 2001. It's funny because after 9/11, like I used to drive through Beverly Hills when I was working, and in Beverly Hills, everybody's like honking at each other, and like everybody thinks their time is more important than the next.
Yeah.
And after 9/11, everybody was like kind all of a sudden. I'm like, man, these fake ass people.
Yeah, huh? The time did kind of.
It changed everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like for a little bit. You know what I mean? It made everybody kind of come together, I guess.
But it's just a trip how they don't know, the youth doesn't know about
Yeah,
these
that's
big
crazy,
iconic
huh?
moments in time, which were big. They were all over TV, bro. You remember the hitting the
planes.
towers and all that kind
Pretty
of stuff?
soon there's gonna be kids that don't remember the COVID. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm trying to get to. Like even this Kobe thing, like it's gonna get to a time where these kids are being
Who
born
these
right.
Edgar rap kids?
Yeah, the Edgar.
Well, yeah, they don't know nothing about.
How do you
no
feel about
9/11.
that term? I'm trying to coin that shit, Edgar rap. Do you know what I mean?
Rap? Yeah, of course I know what Edgar rap, homie. Like,
No, but nothing to take away from the little homies that are doing their thing and killing
Shout out
it
to
right
all
now.
the Edgar rappers. First of all, it's not. There's nothing wrong.
But nah,
with it.
you're part of the leadership, I think, in the underground Raza community when it comes to dope hip hop, bro. I think
Yeah,
Zapata the
facts.
Ghost, like your style's like consistent. It's been consistent. I love your style, bro. It
appreciate
brings
that.
something different to the table.
Yeah, thank
when it
you,
comes
man.
to dope hip hop, just generally.
And to
Yeah,
be
you know?
involved, fool, with all these great, factions of hip hop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I appreciate that y'all perspective is like that, man. Because sometimes I forget. I'm like,
Have you gave Lefty Gunplay a chance? Like, do you listen to this?
I don't.
to the,
I don't
to
listen
the little homie.
I don't listen to gangster rap, bro. I don't listen to gangster rap.
That's speaking facts, bro.
Yeah, I don't listen to gangster rap, bro.
Me neither.
Yeah, I'm very critical with what comes into my brain, my ears, and my mouth. Like I eat clean, I watch clean content. I don't listen to music. I don't watch movies. I don't watch television. I'm very on top of my diet when it comes to my motherboard. You know what I'm saying? So I don't listen to gangster rap. Not even the old stuff. I don't relate to it no more. You know what I'm saying?
What are you listening to right now? What's in your playlist to date?
Probably whatever I got on vinyl, you know what I'm saying? Or soul, funk. I even been listening to 70s gospel lately. That's fire. Man, that genre right there, like gospel oldies, crazy. I listen to jazz. I listen to reggae, a lot of reggae.
No hip hop? No, you're not listening to no rap? There's no rapper right now?
Not really no contemporary rap, nothing really, none of the new stuff, you know what I'm saying?
The Kendrick Lamar dissing Drake?
Yeah, I like that. That was dope. That was great. I think it changed the game a little bit. I think it made people start wanting to decipher lyrics because they want to know what Kendrick's saying. Like, oh, what do he say there? What do you mean? So it opens the mind.
He was basically calling fucking Drake a pedophile, right?
Yeah.
A bunch of times.
Yeah, but there was like what they call Easter. What do they call it? Easter eggs? Like a bunch of little hidden messages.
Yeah,
so people were like, "Damn, what do he say here? What do he say there?" And I like that
Facts.
because it makes the kids want to listen. Like, damn, they like lyrics because they want to figure out what he's saying. So that right there evolutionizes the minds of the youth and whoever's a fan of Kendrick. You know
And podcasters like DJ Academic that was sitting there for countless hours just breaking down the lyrics over and over. And he would go to he'd do the research for you.
And a lot of the Drake stuff, you hear it once and you kind of already know what it means. You know what I'm saying? You don't really got to break down Drake that much. But Kendrick is like, yo, that's poetic.
I didn't realize that too.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
Yeah, that's a fact. And then when you think about that beef, it was like the underground versus the machine, and the underground won. Because what I say about Kendrick, the underground, because he's organic. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's writing from. Kendrick beat the machine by himself. You know what I'm saying? By himself. That was David and Goliath right there, homie.
And it's dope that you recognize Drake as the fucking machine, bro.
Yeah, he's the
worst of the worst, bro, in my opinion.
Homie, he's like a sitcom, homie. There's writers there. They're like, this guy's a product. I don't like nothing about Drake. I don't like the way he talks.
Can't get jiggy with this shit.
I don't like his face. I don't like his haircut. Yeah, I never like nothing about Drake. He got a few joints that, you know, in certain settings it's cool, but like, nah, I saw right through that. I'm a hip hop dude. I don't mess with that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
how about the radio, fool? How do you feel about the radio?
Man, I ain't listened to the radio in forever, bro. Like, I didn't even know that thing's still around.
Yeah.
Everybody on Spotify, you know what I'm saying?
You feel me?
Yeah, back in the day, our goal was like radio play. Now the radio, like, yo, nobody really listening to that. You know what I'm saying? Spotify streaming done took over. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man. I was happy with that Kendrick battle. I think like I said, it's kind of evolutionizing the ears of the people.
I saw it a different way, dog. The minute I saw this bullshit going down, bro, I immediately identified it as the enemy of the state. That's how I see it, bro.
What do you mean,
because
though?
Just on the mainstream level, bro, like as if this is like the biggest news in the world. Like it just seems to me like, you know, random white people from Oklahoma was talking about this shit.
Right. Yeah.
Which is kind of cool. I guess it's spreading hip hop.
Right.
But check out the substance behind it. It's like he's calling this fool a fucking pedophile. They're beefing and this fool's threatening to murder him. That's gangster rap to me.
Yeah.
In a weird, twisted way.
Yeah, I get it.
But it just it was too mainstream for me.
I get it.
Like, how can you sit there and tell me they ain't like us, like the sickest bars you've heard in fucking 20 years, bro?
What do you mean?
They ain't like us. They ain't like us. You know that. You know those bars, right?
Oh yeah.
So I think he's telling them because he's Canadian and he's
Yeah. He's Canadian. Like y'all, you're trying to be like how we are in America, but you're not like how
us.
we are. The culture. The culture is in.
See,
Compton.
there it is. That solidifies it. It was the best bars that people's ever heard in their fucking lives.
And that turned people upside
But you got to
down.
think
But you're right about Kendrick. He's organic. He came from the underground.
Right. Well, the thing about Kendrick is people that like Mos Def like Kendrick and people that like Drake like Kendrick and everybody in between. There's not many rappers that the backpackers love and the mainstream and teenage girls love and everything in between. You know what I'm saying? Drake, backpackers ain't really messing with Drake. He's one-dimensional. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick, he could do a hit, for the club, and he could do an underground like boom bap joint with no drums on it and destroy it. You know what I'm saying? So to me, he's like one of the greatest rappers because there's not many people that could do that.
What about when J. Cole came out and apologized?
Oh, that was good. I like that.
For real, you like the apology? Yeah. Nah, he lost me as a fan. I swear to God.
Nah, because
I thought he was dope when he was active, and then he came out and said, "My bad." Sorry.
Nah, just because you could tell that J. Cole, you just like, for instance, myself. There's certain podcasts that I don't want to sit because I don't want that energy. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to go to certain podcasts because I'm too old for that energy, bro. So. Cole, he like, nah, homie, I'm cool. I'm riding my bike. Like, I'm good, man. Like, you gotta
but he said something though. He inserted himself.
Yeah.
And then he came out and said, nah.
Yeah, but we all make mistakes. Like, I said stuff that I'm like, damn, I shouldn't have said. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I prefer my peace than controversy, homie, because, that controversy is.
He don't want the Kendrick smoke. Yeah. That's what it was. J. Cole came out and he was like, nah.
Yeah, that too. That also, though. You know what I'm saying? Because after Kendrick did that, bro, it's like, man, this dude's an alien or something. I don't know. Kendrick is something else.
But there's no equivalent to that for the Latino, for the Raza community, I would think.
No equivalent to what?
Just, I guess, the popularity. You know what I'm saying?
Nah. Well, the thing is, no, there's not, because
that's a top.
Black people, listen, people might not like to hear this, but black people, hip hop comes from black people naturally. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's their rhythm. That's their drums. You see them dancing the congos. You're like, yo, that's hip hop right there. That's their thing. So that's why they always gonna be, to me, the best at it. You know what I'm saying? To us, our natural thing is like corridos and stuff like that. That's why we're great at that. We're not as great as black people are at rapping because it's not naturally our thing. We're kind of like, We're doing it, but it's not naturally our thing. It's naturally their thing. That's why it comes easy. That's why they create styles, trap, drill. You know what I'm saying? They style creators. They keep creating new styles because that's their thing. You know what I'm saying? That's.
I would say that the new wave of just Chicano rap or Mexican related rap or Latino is gangbanging music. Mm-hmm. I don't know, Prodak. How do you feel about that?
What do you
mean? I feel like
just what's on the mainstream bubbling. From the underground, kind of bubbling into the mainstream now, like
Latino rappers are going viral right now.
Yeah,
yeah, that's the new Latino thing, though. The gangster, you're right. The Edgar rap and all that, right? That's that's what's taking off. That's what's going viral. So that's what's bringing money. So that's what everybody's wanting to do. You know what I'm saying?
There's a new group. Shout out to the homies Coast Contra. They're spitters. They're part of the youth. They're spitting that, dope metaphors. Dope subject matter.
Oh yeah, Coast Contra, the black dude.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Is there a pocket of young Latino rappers doing that similar type of music? I don't fucking think so. I don't see it. I think it's so easy.
I think the Yodis are kind of right there.
Oh, Yodis fire.
Yeah. Yodis are dope.
Yeah.
But I think they're a little older.
Oh, you mean young?
Yeah, Latinos? Like 18, 19, 20.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. There's not really kids. They just want to be, little thugs, little gangsters. That's because, they chasing the girls, and the girls like the bad boy, and the bad boy, you know what I'm saying?
They're chasing the girls,
They're going viral before you even get to hear their music.
Yeah.
Then you tap into the music, and you're like, what is this?
To get promoted on the full page, you have to be a fool.
Yeah, you have to be a fool, bro. You got to be a fool.
You got to be a fool, man. You ain't going to get promoted in the fool community if you're not a fool.
If you're not a fool, like that.
What's wrong with you? Yeah. Edgar's, they're taking over the fool community for sure. Edgar's are taking over, bro.
Damn,
it's a wave.
Yeah, I don't agree with the Edgar movement, bro. Like it's just it's not. I can't condone it. I wouldn't say I don't respect it because I respect everybody. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't. It's very very poisonous, very toxic. You know what I'm saying? It's not good. It's good.
Different, right? It's social media now. People can get offended real fucking quick.
But at the same time, we're doing that same thing back in our day. You know what I'm saying? So I can't act like we're any better.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? We're doing the same.
We were just as ignorant and full of narcissism back then.
It may be even worse, to be honest with you, because it was pretty dangerous. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
It was pretty dangerous back. It was more dangerous back then. A lot more dangerous. Way more. Like back then, somebody had a face tattoo. Oh.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Back then, face tattoos weren't a fashion statement.
Homie, you had a face tattoo.
Yeah.
Nah.
It was over. You weren't going to survive
bro.
that. Today, today's a fashion statement,
Yeah, it's
bro.
like, it's
These
easy
fools
to
got
get-
tattoos in their face.
It's easy
like,
to get a face tattoo.
got Jordan tattoos,
back then,
and
dog.
Adidas signs, and
Fools walked with K Swisses, dog. You get fucked up.
Yeah.
all that shit.
Back
Fat
then,
laces,
if I saw a fool with a face, I'm like, oh, this fool's a killer.
facts.
He has bodies. Somebody with
Facts.
a face tattoo it wasn't a defense mechanism. It was like really earned and like real. Like, you know what I'm saying? You really you could have had a face tattoo and not be real, homie.
Yep.
Like,
Today's face tattoos are questionable as fuck.
Yeah.
Bro. They be having drip marks. Like, I don't get it. Like, what's going on?
I mean, no disrespect, but I'm just, it's just facts. It's just the way
Real
it is.
shit,
You know what I'm saying?
man.
Like it's easy to have a face tattoo today. You know what I'm saying? Back then, it was hard to just even wear a pair of Cortezes. You wore Cortezes, that was like, yo, be
Ben
ready.
Davis, Dickies,
Be ready, because you're going to get jammed up. If you
white
have
tees,
Cortez,
a white T-shirt, bro, get you
white
killed in LA, bro.
Hey,
white
but
tee,
that's
yeah.
what I love about your music, dog. That you speak of the culture.
Yeah.
You're not promoting the
no, I
culture.
don't. I don't glorify it. I just
No, you
yeah.
speak of your environment, where you came from, and your experiences. Do you feel me?
Yeah. I try to just be the narrator. You know what I'm saying? I never really put myself behind the gun, but I might speak about the guns being shot, but I'm never behind the gun. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm never behind the drug sales and stuff like that. I might describe it, but that's just just being a narrator, being an author. You know what I'm saying? So
What's next, bro? Like, what are the next big moves for you right now? Like, what-
Brownsville, you know what I'm saying? Brownsville, we got a bunch of music in the works, and for me, creating content, shooting videos, just being a content creator more than anything, making beats. Been making a lot of beats. Hopefully, making beats for up and coming artists that are buzzing and stuff like that. Mainly boom bap beats, predominantly. You know what I'm saying?
I just saw that you worked with Azamali, right?
Yeah, he was at my studio.
Shout out Azamali,
Fire.
man.
Yeah, that dude, he's something else. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the artists that I would definitely want to build with. He's on some other. You know what I mean? That's.
Well, yeah, he's probably one of the few youngsters that are like really killing it on the intellectual tip.
Oh
dog.
yeah, that guy.
Right?
Yeah, that fool's
On the indigenous
Fool,
tip.
and then you got the native cats, indigenous cats.
Indigenous cats.
Indigenous cats. That's my people
They're dope.
too. That's my
Fire.
people. Yeah. See, I like that type of stuff. I mean, I don't like. I like construction. I don't like destruction. You know what I'm saying? When you building, I fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? Indigenous cats, they on some good stuff. You know what I'm saying? They're great They're great at performing. They're very entertaining. Homegirl kills it. My boy Complex. They dope. I think they're really dope. Rest in peace to Chino XL too, by the way, man.
Man, rest in peace, Chino, man.
Yeah, rest in peace, Chino, homie.
Yeah, the homie low key right here shot his last show.
Oh yeah,
Did
my
it-
boy Westlife, Ray Westlife, shot his last video. He still has it in his hard drive.
Damn.
That's crazy. Rest in peace,
bro.
Chino X.
Damn,
Hell,
homie,
dog.
why?
He was one of the founders for this Latino rap shit.
You know what?
You know? His bars were fucking different, bro. Right? It was just like more like, damn, that's the kind of shit I listen to.
He was,
right?
to me, he was the original Eminem. Like, he used to diss people that weren't safe to, like Eminem days, he dissed safe people, like NSYNC and Britney. Chino XL dissed dangerous people, you know what I'm saying? He was throwing rocks at Tupac, at just dangerous people to throw rocks at, and he was ready for the smoke.
Rest in peace, one of the
Chino,
legends.
Chino,
Do it, man.
and then when I heard Eminem, I'm like, man, did this guy kind of not bite Chino style, but his little recipe? I don't know. But anyways, to me, Chino was the original Eminem, except with heavier balls.
How you feel about Eminem being one of the top three?
I think Eminem is one of the top three. He's just not my top three. You know what I'm saying? But definitely one of the top three.
I think he's Dr. Dre's top three.
Man, I don't even think he's top 20, dog.
No.
Nah.
I don't bump Eminem. I can't listen to Eminem in the whip. You know what I'm saying? I listen to him.
But
and
no
I'm
one's
blown
gonna
away.
convince you that he's the best of all time.
I think he's one of the best.
Because there's an argument. A lot of people say, "Yo, Eminem is the best of all ever."
What if they sit there and argue
Bro,
with
he's a
you?
white
and
boy.
hit you with facts and statements.
Nothing against
and-
all my white homies, but dog, he's you know what I'm saying?
I think he's
it's
one of the-
questionable. It's
I think he's one of the best lyricists, but that doesn't make him the best rapper because Nas isn't as great of a lyricist put together. But I rather listen to Nas because the rhythm, the soul. You know what I'm saying? Eminem is real mechanical, like you know what I'm saying? And sometimes mechanical lacks rhythm and soul. You know what I'm saying? So, but he's
So
great.
Zapata
That was
the Ghost
fire.
said it. He's not the best of all times.
Nah.
I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
I think he's one of the best word put togetherers of all time. You know what I'm saying?
He's one of the most paid.
So
hip-hop artists of
what
all
are your
time.
top 3 of all time?
My top 3 of all time. Damn, that would be probably Nas, Guru, and Nas, Guru, and Freestyle Fellowship.
Fire.
Damn, you know, Guru's my favorite artist of all time. That's dope. Gangstar was the shit, right?
Actually, Guru reminds me of myself, like on some street, but not glorifying, but just more like describing the street. I'm it's kind of the same type of recipe that I do. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Like
And the Freestyle Fellowship is going to be in the
Rhyme Fest, yeah.
Yeah, August. That's August 17.
yeah, bro.
I know Low Key's ready for that shit.
Hell yeah.
Yo,
man.
check out the website, join the newsletter, give us your email, subscribe to the channel on YouTube, like the video, share the video, comment on the video. We got Zapata The Ghost.
Yeah.
We have Prodak Pistolas, though. Yo, thank you for pulling up, bro. Like, it's been a long time coming. We're about to shoot a mic session.
Yeah.
You know,
This is
stay
big,
tuned.
fool. This is big for the culture. This is big for the movement.
No, man, like you're a straight leader in the community, bro. Like
Thank
all
you,
your
man.
beats
I
are
appreciate
fucking
that.
everything that comes out of your catalog
whole
is razor
body of
sharp.
work.
Is
Thank you, man.
razor
I
sharp.
appreciate, man. I appreciate.
And when it comes to the underground hip hop shit, like you bleed it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that's the sound that I feel like you push.
Yeah.
Real dope underground West Coast Los Angeles hip hop.
that would describe
You know?
what I do, man. I appreciate y'all for acknowledging.
And shout out to Brownsville, man.
Yeah,
like
yeah, the crew.
that's
Facts.
the crew right there. homie.
in a small period of time, you guys are making noise. Like
Yeah.
I don't think you guys been around for a while, right?
Nah, it's been like a year and a half.
There
or
it
something like
is.
that. Yeah. They're just a good. They just go well together, homie. You know what I'm saying? They just go well together, man. They're to me they're just as good as the campaign. You know what I'm saying? They're just a little different, more hip hop, less gang. You know what I'm saying? But still street. But yeah, man, and definitely the fashion is a plus. You know what I'm saying? They're all into like fashion and gear and looking fresh. So that's a big plus to me.
Well, best believe you know the brand Underground Hip Hop Blog and the staff we've had. We've all been familiar with your name
Yeah.
for a while, bro, and that
Right.
means a lot to us, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Thank you.
It's because your sound's always just been dope shit.
I appreciate it. And then thank y'all for, just always having your doors. Like, you guys always show me love, letting me get into the shows and stuff like that, man. I appreciate that. And y'all always showed me love, man, since day one. So I appreciate that.
Yo, we got Prodak Pistolas. We'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys follow Zapata The Ghost. Check out his shit. Peace. We'll see you guys next week.